I guess I should start talking already. Just in case you're watching this back and I keep it up. I don't even know if this is gonna work. This fucking guy on my face is not going away, dude. This guy is not going away. I'm stuck in traffic on the way home. Normally it takes me like 45 minutes to get home. I think I've already been in the car for 45 minutes. And I'm not even halfway. So I figured I'd stream and say hello to y'all. And maybe not want to fucking blow my head off. But let's see how this goes. I'm actually really tired today. No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I feel great. I'm trying to tell myself not to say that no more. What's up, Via? Yeah, I'm trying to tell myself not to say I'm tired because it's like, even if I am, why say it? I was planning on going to the gym when I got home, but I legit don't think I'm going to be home until about an hour after before I have to go to sleep. Is it hump day? No, it's Tuesday. It's the day before hump day. What's up, Valerie? Thank you. That's right, Via. Enjoy it. How have you been? Long time no see. I can't lie, it's like I have weed or whatever. I have something to smoke. Traffic, it really isn't that bad. It takes a lot for traffic to get to me, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Javier? It has to be like a huge delay. Hey, can you guys hear me well? Like, is this microphone hooked up? Like, you're gonna be, if it is, you'll be able to hear me doing this tap. Did you hear that? Let me know. What's up, Tristan? Would you take LSD again? Absolutely. Absolutely. One day. I've been good, Via. I've been alright. Just trying to stay focused on work and shit, Try not to fall into lazy habits. You can hear? Alright, cool. There we go. Then I just wanted to make sure. I don't know if this mic is working or not. I plugged it in a little, I think, late, but can you hear that tapping? You'll hear like as if I'm tapping on the mic. Whatever. Yeah. Would you take 1,000 micrograms at once? Absolutely not. Fuck no. That's crazy. I don't think anybody ever should. I think if your tolerance gets to a point where you're taking 1,000 micrograms at once, you're fucking. You might be doing too much there, buddy. You might be doing too much there. You can hear the tapping? Thank you, Via. You always come through in the clutch. Yeah, man, I would definitely do acid again. The nice thing about LSD is that, like, if you know the right, or with the places I know like certain websites and stuff that you can get basically legitimate from the lab LSD, and that's what makes it nice for me. People are legit getting off the freeway and going back, or going like around. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I have anywhere to go back around. Fuck it. We're vibing. I should have the radio on, huh?
If we do this now.
Oh my god, there's nothing worse than that.
Everyone must make it their
You go to put on some music and no music, there's no radio music on any station. Where you at? I'm on the 215 freeway headed north. Yeah. just passing Palm, or about to pass Palm. What's the most shrooms you've taken? I did like 5 grams at once, the classic heroic dose, and that was fucking wild. We did it at a friend's house. He was one of the most intelligent. I'll tell the story. He's one of the most intelligent people I ever met at the time. I remember he would just say things, and I would be like confused by the words he'd use. And I didn't really know him too well, but we were pretty cool. But my cousin and I went to his house, and he had this huge house, and it was super ominous going there because it was like the biggest house probably to this day that I've actually been inside and walked around. It was like 12 bedrooms. It was low-key a mansion. And what was crazy about this, the reason I bring it up is because upon entering this house, it was like entering the Batman's house. It was like it already set the mood for the night of this super ominous, strange, mysterious kind of experience. This kid was so smart that he actually was growing the mushrooms himself, and he had done it before. It was all legit. I really trusted him, and you could tell he knew what he was doing. He showed us where he was growing everything, and it was dope. But so he grew the mushrooms himself, and he had always talked about the heroic dose. He wanted to do it with us, so we eventually, made it happen. I took my DJ stuff. Back then, I was DJing a lot, and so when I got there, I had like small speakers I had brought, but then he was like, you know what? How about we just go in this room? He had like this side like theater / gaming room where you could legitimately hook up a DJ, like a mixer, into the wall, and there were speakers built into the couch and into the walls of this room. And he's like, we'll just trip in here. And it was this big screen TV and speakers all throughout the walls and this couches. It was perfect. We ended up taking the mushrooms. He broke them up, and they were actually wet mushrooms. First and only time I ever ate wet mushrooms. What's up, Reese? But they tasted. They were just like mushrooms you would put on a pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're used to eating shrooms, but they're dried out usually. But these were fresh. I heard anecdotal things about fresh mushrooms, and some say that they hit you stronger, longer. And, it's all really up in the air, I guess. But either way, we ate them. We ate about, I think it was like a little bit more than 5 grams, but because they were wet, or they were like, it averaged out to about like 5.5 grams of mushrooms, basically. I have never been good at eating mushrooms. It was kind of like, it was always hard. I'm a pussy. I have a weak stomach. I throw up very easily. Like, there was multiple times, I'm sure you guys know through the stories, where I just yacked in front of many public situations. Yo, thought I was too late, but I'm happy. What's up, Chastity? How you doing, dude? We are more potent. Wet are more potent, apparently. Is that true? I have heard that. I don't know if it's ever been like tested or like scientifically proven, but anyway, so we ate the mushrooms. It was really hard for me to do, and I remember like chugging a 7-Up as after I like got everything down, because I remember feeling really sick. But the 7-Up, I think, is really what helped me keep it down, because this might have been one of the only times I actually ate mushrooms or did any sort of drug or psychedelic, or not the only time, but one of the only times where I did a high dosage and didn't throw up. So the 7-Up helped a lot. But I remember as we were coming up, and I've done a trip story on this, so I'm trying to get like my legs back on telling stories a little bit, because I want to be able to tell them to people in podcasts and stuff, and just like, I don't know. But so forgive me if you guys know this story already. I'm sure you do. Anyways, I took my DJ stuff, and I remember as we were coming up, like, I started getting this thought in my head, like, you're a shaman. That was my DJ name, Shaman, DJ Shaman. And I remember specifically telling myself, like, you need to not control the night, but like, this is what you were made for, man. Play the right music, get the right vibe going, get the right energy going. And I remember playing music, and I started playing a mix, I believe, that I did. It's kind of hard to remember. It was a long time ago. But they were sitting on the couch, long couch, and my DJ stuff was on the table a few feet away. And I remember like being like playing music, and then all of a sudden the letters and the numbers and stuff that were on the screen that I was looking at were legitimately turning into like hieroglyphics, and like they were no longer letters or numbers that they were like they were unusual symbols that like hieroglyphics that they had no meaning to them. And then they started legitimately like turning and spinning and then coming out at me in like a three-dimensional way, like legitimately coming off the screen like the fucking Matrix. And that's when that shit started happening. I was like, oh, nope, I am not going to be able to DJ tonight. I don't give a fuck what kind of shaman I think I am. And I think up until that point, I played probably like 5 or 6 songs. What's up, Frederick? How you doing, man? You still have your friend's number so I can be like, hey, what's up? His house seems nice to live at. Maybe he needs a roommate. Wait, what? Are you talking to... Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused by that one. Oh, the homie. Okay, I get what you're saying. No, I would love to live there too, trust me. Yeah, that was a fucking... It was beautiful, dude. The house was like, had like pillars, like the hallways were so long and they were like pillars through the hallways and shit like that. It was a fucking wild... The garage was like a 3-story garage. Like it was wild. But, so once I saw, that I couldn't DJ because I don't know how to read hieroglyphics, and I started getting dizzy and like kind of like, my depth perception was all fucked up. Then I just put on this. I had downloaded a few different things because I knew we were gonna trip. So, I downloaded this album, and it was like basically like, I don't know, just super trippy, like almost nature kind of music, where it was not like psytrance or nothing like that. It was just fucking like, I don't know how to explain it. Just really deep psychedelic, like, is it Goa, Goa, something like that? Just real psychedelic, chill, trippy music. And it was an album, so I just let that shit play. And I went and sat down. And my boys were already fucking gone. They were sitting down, eyes closed, already, on another level in another dimension. I went and sat down at the edge of the couch and just put my head back and just I just allowed it to take over me and just let go. And I legitimately went into this dream. It was like as if I was living in a dream. It wasn't even like a lucid dream. It was as if I was transported to another dimension or multiple dimensions. And it was as if I was like walking through this plane of existence where it was almost like a jungle. But the trees were hundreds of feet tall. But I was thousands of feet tall, and the trees beneath me were all my friends, and we were all happy to be there, in a sense. But I was bigger than them, I guess. And I remember walking by, and just like almost running through, like as if I'm fucking King Kong, and just like feeling this overwhelming ecstasy, like I don't even know what the feeling, bliss. And like being so happy, just being amongst this, in this world. And like I remember legitimately like tapping the trees on the head like they were my friends. And there were lakes and rivers, and I was running, and I was passing my hand through the lakes, and the water was dripping off of my hands. And it was another level experience that I have never had before. And this was on mushrooms. I didn't even, honestly, till this point, I didn't even know that you can get to this kind of experience with mushrooms. It blew my fucking mind, dude. And it was, and there was so much more that happened, but like, it was just, it's just hard to remember it all, I guess. It's like, it was like I had no chance to remember. I don't know. You just remember things like images, I'll never forget that water dripping off my hands and shit like that. And then at the same time, I felt this weird, like, almost like I was being shown imagery of things from the past, and and just being told these these hints or something about about how the past, the future, and the present are all connected, and it's all the same fucking thing. How every story I've ever been told is just me, and how every thing that ever happened in history was all happened through me in some way. And it changed a lot for me, man. It got to a point where I truly believe that trip right there was one of the most I don't know, just influential moments of my life. And it was it wasn't even like a something that it was easy to learn, to know that whatever I learned, it wasn't like an obvious lesson I was taught that night. But yeah, it was a wild fucking experience. It was amazing. It didn't last long, which was wild. We probably, time was irrelevant at the time, but it didn't last long. I think we only tripped for a few hours, and then it was basically done. So a couple hours, 2.5 maybe, and then it was like we walked out of the room, and then all of a sudden, boom! It was like all three of us just stopped tripping at the same time, and yeah, still one of the most beautiful experiences ever. Your trip stories are the best on YouTube, a true YouTube lesson. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, like I said, the reason I even went into all that like that is because I'm trying to remind myself of these stories. The best trip I ever had was 4-ish grams on 4/20/2016. I feel that. I don't know why I felt that. Just from that description you gave me, I feel like I felt that. Yeah, man. I've had some beautiful ones, dudes. Some beautiful ones. I wish I wish I could remember all the different nights I've had, and I wish I was right. I guess I can't even wish nothing, because I should be grateful to the fact that I even have the stories that I have on YouTube right now. The only reason I'm really able to remember these stories as vivid and well as I do is because I went and told the stories the second that they happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, you know what I've been asking myself a lot lately? I just didn't, wanted to tell the truth. But really, in all honesty, the reason that I started making YouTube videos in the beginning was for my own insecurities and because of my own weaknesses. And eventually, I can honestly say that it did evolve into something much more positive and legitimate. So yeah, man, I asked myself that a lot. Okay, so the beginning, it started because of your own insecurities, and you wanted love, and you wanted to be accepted, and you wanted to feel liked. And eventually, and I guess what I've been telling myself lately is that it's okay to know that it did evolve into something that is good and positive, and that's okay that it started from from insecurity and from your own bullshit. It can start from a place of bullshit, and it can evolve into a place of positivity and something good. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot to do with psychedelics and drugs, and I was very irresponsible with the content I released on YouTube back in the day. I think I did hype it up a little too much, or speak a little too positively about it, maybe. But or didn't respect the experiences enough, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. There was something there, and I don't know, man. I just don't want to be like that. I don't want to be the drug guy who just says everything is, okay, and all drugs are all okay all the time, and blah blah blah. I don't want to be tied down to that mentality, but also I don't want to not be tied down to that mentality. I don't want to worry about whatever the fuck ever. Now I'm just thinking out loud. It's I don't want. Am I back? I need to just end that conversation. I don't want to worry about what I do, and if it's good or not, if it's the right thing to do or not. I just want to be me, right? And so I've kind of come to terms with the fact that, hey, like, be confident in what I do. You know what I'm saying? Just that's it. That's it. I know now that, you know, it's at a pace of positivity. I really do want to help. If I didn't want to help, I wouldn't be doing this shit no more. I get fulfillment in other ways now, in a sense. And I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. I'm done. Hello, everyone. Are you guys there? Chat? You guys there, chat? I see that it says 10 people are here. I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself, and that's okay. That's what I do. But I'm just curious. Let me know if you guys can hear me. But yeah, it kind of looks like the traffic's opening up a little bit here, buddies. I feel like my chat's just not working. Still listening, bro. Oh yeah, see, my chat was fucked up, guys. I'm sorry. Peace and love to all. Hope everyone's week is kicking ass. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate you. I see you guys now. Yeah, my chat was fucked up. All right. But yeah, man. You know what I'm excited to do is start doing some fucking podcasts with my friends and start getting on Discord and stuff like that. I actually went out to a friend's house this Saturday. All ears. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, V. It's probably not your Wi-Fi. It's probably my my shit. Anyways, I've been telling myself I need to start going out and hanging out with friends, and I put my money where my mouth is this last weekend and went and hung out with a couple homies, and it was really nice, dude. It was really nice to go out and like just have a few beers, do a little bit of coke. That feels a little weird to say. Yeah, I did a little bit of coke responsibly, you know, rested the right way the next day. And that's going to be another thing. I'm going to talk about cocaine and a lot of things that I've been learning and experimenting with it, and just drugs in general. We'll get more into that in like probably a podcast, but like, yeah, man, it's very interesting now to go out just because I want to, for the enjoyment of it. I'm not overthinking anything. I'm not holding resentment towards anyone. And just like, man, just like, I'm starting to learn, like, you know, you gotta go out there and have fun. You gotta see your friends. You gotta do shit. Because if not, you know, it gets fucking scary in here. You know what I'm saying? This quarantine shit is fucking with my head, man. Start making me thinking my friends are against me. Like, I don't think it's the quarantine thing. It's also my own bullshit. But like, you get into these weird. Like, if you could legitimately say the thoughts that you have, if you could say those thoughts out loud, if you do, legitimately just say some thoughts you have when you're like tripping or like worried or paranoid, say the thoughts out loud. She'll like. Yeah, say the thought out loud. Like, there's so many different times where I've like just said something I was thinking out loud. Like, are you really thinking that, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And just saying them out loud is wild. That's kind of why cocaine is kind of like an interesting drug. You know, well, I'll go into a little bit because I just don't want to talk too much until I really get like a solid idea. And cocaine it's been something on my mind a lot because I've done it twice the last like 3 weeks, I guess. And because I hadn't done it for like a year before that. And I don't have the urge to do it again. And I actually have the urge to not do it again for a long time. But either way, what I've learned with cocaine in the last few weeks is like, there are actual benefits, you know, and I knew this already, but it's like, I'm starting to understand and feel those benefits a little bit. You know, there's a lot of conversations that were had the last few weeks that would never have been had otherwise. You know, and maybe they would have in other situations, but you know, cocaine helped ease those conversations along, and it was like there's benefit to that, you know, but there's also a lot of negative, and it's like what I've done the last few weeks is like, let me look at the positives of what cocaine has done for me in the last 2 weeks, and let me look at the negatives of it. Let me weigh my options here. You know, and it's really interesting. The kind of ideas I'm coming to is that like, hey, the negative aspect that cocaine, brings out a side of me that's a very much exaggerated kind of person. Just the, whatever. I don't want to get too much into it, but I think that weighing the pros and cons of something like that is something so new for me, I guess. And I don't know. I'm trying to do it with everything. Cannabis, my job, just I feel like I'm at a good place in life where I can just play with values now, kind of. Like, hey, do I really want to be doing this? Do I really want to do that? What I'm hearing is I should do cocaine. That's on my to-do list. I don't know about that one. It's hard to find real cocaine, though. I was using Adderall and Ritalin a few weeks ago and hadn't done it for like a year before that. I came to realize that it's not so bad if I do it once in a while, as long as I don't go in on a 3-month bender. See, that's the thing. That's the wild paradox that I'm finding myself in. Is like, wow, there are benefits and oh shit, and positives and negatives to a lot of different things we do. You know what I'm saying? And it's absolutely worth it to consider those positives and negatives and see what's best for you at the time. And sometimes those positives and negatives can weigh one way or look a certain way at one time, and another time look different. And it's very... Hello? Is it working? Am I here? That's one thing about cocaine too, is like the border between like positive and negative to distinguish, I guess. Hello, Squidward. What up, man? I know it's super choppy and fucked up, guys. If it's tell me if it's like unbearable, cause then I'll just end and I'll see you guys soon. But man, that kind of sucks. I wish my drive. I have to drive literally in between a fucking mountain, so it's like for an hour and a half. My heroic dose mushroom trip. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun. I'm not even paying attention. A cop drove by me right now and I got freaked the fuck out. Oh god, this sucks, dude. Holy shit. It feels good to talk. To like legitimately just talk. I wake up at 6. I have to be at work by 7:15. I work and then I have my first break at 11:45. I have a 20-minute break. I go to my car. I FaceTime my daughters every single day at 11:45. I go back inside. I work till... Oh, no. My first break is at 9:30. I'm sorry. 9:30, I FaceTime my daughters. Go back in. Then at 11:45, I have a lunch. FaceTime my daughters. Talk to them. Go back in. Then I have another break at 3:10. And each time, I FaceTime my daughters and I take a hit of some weed. So, you know what I've been realizing? I'm like, damn, I kind of low-key smoke all day. Like, I smoke weed all day. It's kind of a lot, man. On the way to work, 3 different times at least during work. I'm not getting fucking smoking a blunt. I'm taking like 2 hits maybe, if that. I don't know. Might be a little too much there, Audible. Dude, there's people fucking pulled over to the side of the freeway. Oh, guys, fuck, man, this is the worst. Can you guys ask me some questions or something so I have something to talk about? Q&A time. Pulled it up last night to watch it, but then I was like, oh, the first episode was like an hour and a little over an hour, so I didn't have time. But I swear to God, I'm going to watch it. I hope you heard me. I have it on the list, and I swear to God, I'm gonna watch it. When's your next MDMA trip? Oh no, I might take some Molly on for Hard Summer Music Festival. I might do that. My mind seems to function better. I don't know what better technically means though. You know what I'm saying? Like more efficient. You know, it goes back and forth, man. It's always back and forth for me. It's not cut and dry, black and white ever. Some days I feel good, some days I don't, and there's not really anything that, you know, I could have as much weed as I want. I could have money in the bank. You know, I could still have a really bad day. It's just like you gotta just roll with the punches. I've noticed physically, for me, it's been. Anyways, I heard the ending. I'm good. I want to hear what you think about it. I feel like you could talk about it on your podcast if you enjoy it. Yeah, for sure. I've actually heard good things since you've said that, and it looks actually super dope. So, like I said, I have it there. I was this close to watching it last night. Roll with the punches. I was saying that like we're asking about like if I feel better when I smoke weed during the day or not, and I was saying that it's always different for me. And in getting to know my body better, what's up, Reptile, aka Ren? I'm just saying I'm getting better, I guess. Sorry, I know it keeps fucking up, guys. Super annoying. I'm right here where I'm probably gonna end up having to end the stream right here. But it has been fun though, guys. Any last minute questions? Fucking hungry, dude. Hungry, bruh. Right when rain pops up, I gotta go, huh? I guess I'll keep going. I probably go. Yeah, I don't know. It might be even longer because it usually takes me. I don't know. We'll fucking see. Dude, MBK, man, Melby, I appreciate you, dude. I'm glad it helps. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. I'm good, Via. Just kicking back. Every time you guys have conversations with each other, I never know if I'm supposed to read them or not out loud. And then when I respond to you guys talking to each other, I just feel like Tuesday. We're going camping this weekend. So if there's a signal out there, I will definitely stream there. If not, I will probably do a video talking to you guys tomorrow morning. And, you know, content's going to be here. I'm going to try to get a podcast out Friday morning before we have to leave. Fucking messing up that book? Yeah, no, drug use, which is super interesting. So, really excited to do that podcast. So check out that book if you guys haven't already. I knew I should have just ended it when I had the chance. Yeah, check out the podcast if you guys want to. I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you guys are still here after all the technical problems and all that, you guys are amazing. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing too many live streams, you know. Every time I do one, it reminds me of how much it means, you know, the community-wise. So I'll do more. I apologize. I love you guys. Peace out. Love each other. Go love on each other.